you can. Cut the cameras. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex. If you are new here, we are going to do a Mounjaro Q A. Let me just tell you guys what Mounjaro is, okay? So Mounjaro, or tirzepatide, is a once weekly injection. It was originally approved for type 2 diabetics. It targets both the GLP-1 and GIP receptors. It helps to regulate your blood sugar and curb your appetite, which both can lead to weight loss. So that's Mounjaro tirzepatide, and that's how it is used. So I asked y'all on YouTube, my Instagram, TikTok, what questions did y'all have for me in regards to Mounjaro? So let's go ahead, and if I'm looking down, it's because I look at my phone for the questions. Let's just start right here, right now, okay? Question number 1. Somebody said, did you lose hair? Is the first question. No, I did not lose any hair in my weight loss journey. I've lost 173 pounds. I have not had any hair loss, any hair shedding, any patches, any thinning, none of that. I do think that 1, that's from good genes. 2, it's because I eat my protein. And 3, because I've been taking a vitamin D supplement since 2020 because I was vitamin D deficient back then. Question number 2. Did you take care of your skin more after weight loss? That's actually a really good question. So actually, I started Mounjaro when I was 29. Almost 2.5 years, 3 years ago. And I was 365 pounds. I had decided I'm not gonna go into 30. I was gonna turn 30 in 6 months, 6 to 8 months. I had decided I was not going into my 30s over 300 pounds and with bad skin. I used to never use skincare, like never, ever, ever. I would wake up, rinse my face with water. Sometimes I wouldn't even do that. Or I would wet a washcloth and just wipe the crusties out my eyes, the sleepies, you know? But I was like, you know what? I want to kind of take care of myself more. If I don't take care of me, why would somebody else take care of me if I don't take care of me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I had went to, I think, Sephora and got Fenty's entire skincare line. I did like that. It did become pricey, so I wound up switching to COSRX and La Roche-Posay, which is what I currently use in my skincare. If you want a skincare video, I do have one of those on my channel, so just go back a couple videos. There's a skincare video for ya. But yes, I did start taking care of my skin when I started Mounjaro. Literally, I think a month before I started Mounjaro, I started with skincare. And then I went to the doctor because I had that scare, and we started on Mounjaro. Best thing I could have ever did. If I could find pictures, with pictures, fine. I'll add pictures here for y'all of what my skin looks like before Mounjaro. And caution, I was very big. And don't be alarmed, these pictures are me. But my skin was horrible. I'm not even gonna lie, it was horrible. Okay, next question. 1 regret. Okay, so this is a Mounjaro GLP Q&A. So when you say regrets, 1 regret. I don't have any regrets. If I had to pick 1, my only regret would be not starting sooner, whether it be a GLP-1 or advocating for myself, because I would advocate for myself, but not hard enough, if I'm being honest. I would advocate, but just not hard enough, honestly. I feel like I could have went harder. I could have pushed more, but I feel like also everything happens for a reason, and in God's timing. Everything is divine timing. So yeah, I don't have any regrets other than starting sooner. Okay, next question. This says, hello, have hit a wall, not a stall in my journey, advice. Okay, you hit a wall, but not a stall. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what that means. You hit a wall, but it's not a stall. So, I mean, I could try to figure out what you're saying. Comment down below if you're comfortable and if you have a more specific question. But if you've hit a wall, I mean, I'm really not sure what you're asking. because you're saying it's not a stall. I mean, I really feel like I need more clarification. I need more clarification, girl. Or guy. I need more clarification. So somebody said, how long does it take to see results on Mounjaro? What I would say personally is everybody is different. There is no guideline to, hey, if you start Mounjaro this day, you'll see this amount of weight loss in this amount of time. No, it doesn't work like that. Everybody's body chemistry is different. Everybody's side effects are going to be different. I can just tell you from my story, I took my injection on a Friday. That Sunday, I was just so excited to get on the scale. I was already down 5 pounds by Sunday. So in 2 days, 48 hours, I was down 5 pounds. That's just the way things happen for me. Although when I took my injection that Friday, my side effects started immediately. In 30 minutes, I was nauseous. I kind of felt like a little like I was nauseated, lethargic, a little dizzy, lightheaded. I immediately got side effects, and then I just was always fatigued, like always fatigued. I would go to work and I would come home and I would just sleep. I was very much so fatigued. Like I really couldn't keep my head up and do nothing for real. So the next question is, can Mounjaro be used for weight loss if you're not a diabetic? So the answer is yes, and the answer is no. Essentially, yes, you can. Cut the cameras. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties over here. So the question is, we're gonna repeat it back, was can Mounjaro be used for weight loss if you're not a diabetic? So yes and no. When I first started, Mounjaro was not as popular as it is now, and Zepbound was also not available. So yes, you can, and I did use Mounjaro for weight loss prior to the indication being very much so specific, and prior to Zepbound being out. I was using Mounjaro off-label for weight loss, and billions of medications are used off-label for different things all the time. Like some people use, let's see, let me see. So prime example, birth control pills. They are to prevent pregnancy, and depending on the person, stop periods. Okay, some doctors use birth control to reduce ovarian cysts. Some doctors use birth control to treat PCOS. That is not what birth control's indications are. Next question is, how often do you take Mounjaro? You should be following the instructions and directions on Eli Lilly's website. But Mounjaro is an injectable medication to be used once a week. It's a weekly injection. Next question is, how has your appetite changed since starting Mounjaro? So prior to being on Mounjaro, I could eat a buffet. I could eat at a buffet and eat 2, 3, 4 plates. Now I'll go to a buffet. I'll get a full, well, I've only been to a buffet once since I've been on Mounjaro, and it was closer to injection day, so I was able to eat a little more. But I had 1 plate of food. I kind of picked around. Basically, now the way that I eat, I graze. I graze on everything that I get, touch, eat. I will make a plate of food and I might not finish the whole thing. I will graze the plate. It's honest and true. Sometimes, it depends on the weeks too. Sometimes I'm hungrier and sometimes I'm not hungry at all. Both weeks, I eat regardless, because regardless of how I'm feeling, I do need to still eat, because that is the most successful way to lose the weight, is by eating. I know that it kind of sounds controversial and like redundant. Next question is Mounjaro safe for long-term use? That's a good question. So when I first started Mounjaro, we were unsure. We were just doing what we were doing, okay? We were just taking it, and the people that had reached maintenance, they were deciding that they were going to stay on the medication until they couldn't stay on anymore, or until something bad happened or whatever. Now it is per Eli Lilly that this is a lifelong medication. I'm okay with that, but I was okay with that before Eli Lilly said it was okay. But unfortunately, I don't have insurance coverage, and it might not be a lifelong medication for me because I can't afford to pay for it out of pocket. If y'all know, I just got fired from my job. I really can't afford to pay for it out of pocket now. I can't afford no compound either. Okay? Okay. Next question is, how long have you been on Mounjaro? So I've been on Mounjaro for 2.5 years. It'll be 3 years for me September 16th of 2025. Next question is, what was your starting weight and what is your current weight? So my starting weight was 365 pounds and my current weight is 192. I have lost 173 pounds in 2.5 years. I lost my first 100 pounds in 10 months. Once I lost my first 120 pounds in 12 months, which is 1 year. And then once I hit 25 months, which is 2 years and 1 month, I hit my goal weight of 199, which essentially for me was a win. I always just wanted to be under 200 pounds. The next question is, have your clothes size changed? That's a really good question. So yes, my clothes sizes did change. I used to wear a 4X in tops and a 3X in bottoms. And now I wear a medium all around. My tops, medium. My pants, medium. My dresses, mediums. Also, my shoes, I used to wear size 10. So I actually used to be a 9.5, like a long time ago. And then my foot got bigger and I was a size 10. Then, it's crazy, I literally just went to get new shoes and I got a size 9 because the 9.5 was too big. I wasn't going to try a 10. And the 9 was way too big. Not way too big. I could fit it, but the shoe was flipping off my foot. So I was like, dang, I really could have gotten an 8.5. I had never experienced weight loss in my feet before, but when I went to the doctor for my 2-year anniversary, my doctor did say that I shrunk. So my starting height was, I know it's very weird, was 5'5". Now, I'm 5'4". Make it make sense. I didn't know that you could lose height, but apparently you could lose height and your feet can get smaller. So yeah, do note that, be aware of that. Those are side effects. Smaller feet and shrinkage. Okay. Do know. Sorry, the camera died. So next question is, did you notice any changes in your mood or your mental health? Okay, so that is a big one. I absolutely did notice a change in my mood and my mental health. When I started Mounjaro, my anxiety be gone. Okay, my anxiety used to be so bad. When I tell you, Mounjaro just made me so numb. It was very weird. It made me very numb to feelings. It made me very numb to life. I don't know if I was just going through the changes. It almost kind of felt like menopause. I don't know what menopause feels like, but I feel like if I think about it and I have to assume, I feel like that's what it's like. Absolutely. But then once I got further in my journey, let's say at year 1.5, I definitely felt like I started to have insomnia. Real bad. I've always kind of had a touch of insomnia, but being on Mounjaro, oh my god, the insomnia, crazy. Like, you're not going to sleep, okay? That me anyway. I think once I got to like 7.5, the insomnia was crazy. I now have to be on a sleeping med, okay? A sleeping med. I went through 2 sleeping meds to get to where I'm at. The one sleeping med that I use now, Chef's Kiss, okay? Chef's Kiss. This one does her big one, okay? She knocks me out. Melatonin doesn't work for me. Melatonin makes me wake up and feel like groggy and sick and nauseous. I don't like that. This, I actually take hydroxyzine for my insomnia. And as far as my mood, oh my god, my anxiety now, through the roof. I don't know if that's Mounjaro related, but baby, yeah, that anxiety, who is she? Anxiety is scared of me, okay? She is scared of me because I'm scared of her, okay? Too high. My anxiety be too high, okay? I'm so scary. Somebody send help. I might have to be in groupie socks soon. Yeah, it's like that. I even tried Wellbutrin. Oh my god. that might be a story for another time. Okay, the Wellbutrin almost made me want Them first 24 hours on that Wellbutrin, baby, you need 24-hour supervision. 24-hour, because I was ready to, like 30 minutes to an hour after taking it, I was like, whoa. It does though give you really good appetite suppression. I did not eat the whole day, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. I was like, wait, I didn't eat. I need to eat something. Child, I was so busy trying to, that who was worried about eating? Who was worried about food? Not I. Not I. Food was a thing of the past at that point. We don't need food. We don't need food. All right, next question. What's your weekly routine like on Mounjaro? My weekly routine. On Sundays, I take my injection. I don't really have a injection prep. I just eat or don't eat. I drink my water and I stay hydrated. I feel like closer to injection day, depending on kind of how my body's been feeling or doing, if it is before injection day, I will just try to make sure I don't eat anything greasy. No greasy, no fried, no red sauce before and after injection day, because that really just gets me going. It just does not work for me. I really try not to do that at all times, but I really try to do it close to injection day, before or after, like day before, day after. That stuff sits in my stomach way too long and nauseous, throwing up. I don't like it. So sometimes I'm able to have like fried food, like a chicken tender, but not like deep fried. No, like Walmart frozen chicken tenders. I had found like a really good one. Those are there, yeah. And air fry it. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I drink my water. Sometimes I walk. I walk like 20-30 minutes 3 times a week, maybe sometimes. I try, make sure you're getting sleep, babes. I noticed that like when I don't get sleep, I'm heavier. I don't know what the correlation is, but get your sleep. Get at least 8 hours of sleep. Go to bed on time. Wake up on time. Okay? Because baby, Next question is, what's one thing you wish you knew before starting? One thing I wish I knew before starting Mounjaro was that it was actually going to work. I wish I had known. I didn't know, because I started when there was one other person on social media who had been on Mounjaro. One. So yeah, I wish I would have known that it was gonna work. So I would have had a little more faith and trusted the process a little more. I was very much so freaking out every week, like, oh my god, I'm still big. Oh my god, I'm still big. I was getting on the scale. Even though I was losing weight, I was just like, oh my god, my back is still big. What if it comes back? Like, I wish I would have known and had faith and trusted the process, to be honest. And just, I did enjoy my process. I'm still going through the process, but I definitely enjoyed my process. But I wish I would have just like calmed down. Calm down a little bit, because I definitely like stressed myself out through my journey with my weight. I get on the scale every day, every morning. Sometimes I get on the scale multiple times within that same morning, because I'm like, no, that's not right. I don't like that. I don't like that number. Let's try it again. Sometimes I'll fast a little longer, because I'm like, we need a couple more ounces to go down. Let's go to the bathroom again. Let's get back on the scale. I'm very much so like in my head overthinker type of person. So next question, have you dealt with constipation or GI issues? So did you hear my stomach? Oh, my stomach is a paid actor, babes. I'm hungry. I'm about to go eat. My stomach is a paid actor. So the answer is yes. Actually, I had constipation issues prior to Mounjaro. Mounjaro made them worse. Worse. Okay? Worse. Mounjaro made them worse. Okay, I had already been on Linzess, which is a prescription medication that my doctor prescribed, my GI doctor prescribed back in 2020, because I did have a colonoscopy and an endoscopy in 2020 to see if I had like polyps and see what was going on in my stomach. I did have a couple polyps. They did remove them. They were benign. And then I also was diagnosed with GERD. This was 2020. And at that point, my doctor put me on Linzess, which is for irritable bowel syndrome or IBS. But it's also for severe constipation and prior to Mounjaro, I was having severe constipation. I really think that was due to me not drinking enough water, honestly, because I was really bad at water prior to Mounjaro. I was just drinking like iced tea, like sugared iced tea. Not sweet tea, iced tea. Yeah. So, yeah, my doctor put me on Linzess 72 mcg, which is the first dose. And that helped. That helped better than Miralax. That helped better than fiber. That helps better. That kept me consistent, like going every day. Prior to Mounjaro, before my constipation issues, I was going to the bathroom 2-3 times a day. But then sometimes I wouldn't go at all. I think I'm going to stop the video here. And if you want a part 2, comment down below. And drop your questions in the comments. I'm sure y'all are going to want a part 2. But I don't want this video to be too long, because y'all know y'all attention span is very short. It's very short. So I do want to give people what they want. I'm going to give y'all another opportunity to leave y'all comments and leave y'all questions down below. So like I said, if you guys want a part 2, let me know down below in the comments. And then also comment your questions. Just like any other video. Until next time, don't miss me too much.
I got diamonds on her arms, diamonds in her ears. She even wear that diamonds for a year. I'm trying to treat you special.